Yo, we gonna call this news on the go, right? With your host, right? So, right now, if you're paying attention, not only did they grab Big U in the Rolling 60s organization out there, it seemed like they grabbed Yella Beezy behind M for Hire pertaining to Mo 3, right? Now, right. So, it's really sticky out there right now, right? Let's just do this.
A music executive and community activist is accused of running a criminal empire in Los Angeles. Eugene Henley Jr. facing RICO charges, allegedly tying him to the notorious Rollin' 60s street gang. Eyewitness News reporter Sophie Flay has more on his appearance today in federal court.
A big group of supporters showing up at federal court to support Eugene Henley Jr., also known as Big U. He's facing RICO charges, and the Department of Justice also accusing him of murdering an aspiring rapper in 2021.
The federal government usually does not bring these types of charges unless they've done extensive investigation. It looks like he has been under investigation for several years.
Federal authorities allege the music executive used his connections with a South LA street gang to run a, quote, mafia-like organization. Investigators say Henley...
All right, so that's that, right? That's everywhere. That's making the rounds. But peep this. I knew they was gonna get me. There's nothing kidding.
And we have two breaking news stories tonight, starting with an update on a rapper gunned down on a highway 5 years ago. Dallas police now say Yella Beezy hired a hitman to kill his one-time friend turned rival, Mo 3. Cole Sullivan is live in the county jail. These are well-known rappers in the Dallas hip-hop scene.
Wow. What's going on, y'all?
Yella Beezy's top single, it Put It On Me, it peaked at 56 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now, he's in the Dallas County Justice Complex behind me on a capital murder charge, accused of hiring a hitman to kill a fellow rapper. This all happened back in 2020. And just before noon on the middle of Interstate 35, just south of the Dallas Zoo, Dallas police arrested a 22-year-old and charged him with murder. Initially, that 22-year-old's in federal prison, convicted of gun charges. But now, 5 years later, they say he was the trigger man. Police say Yella Beezy, whose top song That's On Me, hired that 22-year-old and promised him cash for killing Mo 3. A grand jury handed up an indictment this week and booked Marquise Conway tonight. The killing of Melvin Noble, known as Mo 3, led to an outpouring of grief from his fans. Dozens held a memorial outside Dallas City Hall.
Sad, bro.
He once was friends with the man now accused of hiring someone to murder.
Like y'all making it to go to jail.
Has been suspected to be the result of a rap feud. We reached out to Yella Beezy's legal team tonight and have not heard back. We're waiting to hear back on a bond amount for him as well. We'll bring you updates tomorrow on Daybreak. Chris.
All right, thank you, Cole. You know, we've been following.
So, what's going on, people? I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all making money to go to jail. Yeah, I don't even, right? Like what Hassan be saying. Where the fathers at? Where the uncles at? Where y'all at? Like, what's really going on? Is the allure of the street and all the pain that it brings, is it that attractive? Can it be that attractive? Okay. Just understand this. The street is undefeated. The street is undefeated. Right? The street gonna make you and it's gonna break you. Right? Yeah, I had these paperwork parties where you talk about cooperating and this and that. The street broke you. The street made you. The street broke you. You know what I'm saying? So, But you know what I mean? It's just all sad, bro. It's all sad. So, think before you move. Think before you talk. If you've been blessed in ways that most people don't get blessed, success, notoriety. And I'm not talking, when I say notoriety, I'm talking about you're known. Like, you're known. People, no matter where you go, a lot of people will know who you are. It's because, you've achieved a level of notoriety. Right? So, so all the people's families affected in these, news situations, because even the ones that don't make the news, loss of life is never. It's never the way. It's never the way. It's never the way. Loss of life is never the way. We need to get back to a time where men boxed it out. They fought with their hands, right? No jumping, one-on-ones. If you get knocked out, you get knocked out. Just like in Friday, when Craig fought Debo, right? That's where we went. That's where our people, our culture, our society, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to all cultures. All cultures. Right? Not just people that look like me. Right? Because shout out to Zip with the drip. Zip said it. When you get into these institutions and facilities and you come across other nationalities, they're in there because they did the same thing we do to each other. They did it to people that look like them. So no, it's not black on black violence, because it would be white on white violence. It would be Chinese on Chinese violence. You understand? It would be Russian on Russian violence. Italian on Italian violence. Why was it never called that? Why was it called mafia wars? So, you know what I mean? Words, don't let words trap you. Understand what you're listening to, and if you gotta do some research, because see, if they say words are spells, if you don't know how to break a spell, you'll be under that spell forever. And if words are spells, then I need to study words. Right? I need to study words, because that's what y'all using. Y'all throwing words. So then now I need to, you understand? I need to understand how to break this word and give it its real place in my understanding, so that therefore I could understand how you trying to use the word. So, with that being said, peace and love to the people. Y'all already know what it is. Big U in them. Big U in the rolling 60s. They got a federal indictment, racketeering indictment, with some really bugged out charges. You know what I'm saying? H trafficking and, M's and all of that, and, extortions and all of that, and all type of stuff. And then over there, you got the Yellow Beezy guy that's being accused of, M for hire, unaliving Mo 3. So it's hot right now. It's hot. So with that being said, stay tuned. We out.